Hey, Brandon, I know you're texting, but I hit go live because I wanted to
You
catch
son
you.
of a
To
bitch!
explain this? You care to
No!
explain this? You
No!
care to explain this?
No!
You posing with Tom Brady? You trying to start
No.
another show? Are you trying to
No.
start another show right now? Because that's what it looks like.
I would rather.
I am.
Why are those eyes down there?
And why are you
what
wearing
those shoes?
What
Ugh.
are those?
Ugh.
What are those?
Are there stains on his pants?
Oh, that stains on your pants.
That's definitely
because you saw Tom Brady and you were like, I have to release. Oh, baby. We here.
You sneaky bastard. We steer.
Are we steering?
Yep.
Where are we? You in the right direction?
Yep. Don't you ever make me look like that man is my friend.
To be fair, I didn't create the picture.
Who is he hanging out with?
Mr. Beast. Yeah.
That's
I'm telling you.
That's the YouTuber he calls, huh?
That's it. You see the logo in the background. You see, that kind of looks like Colorado. And then,
wow.
Yeah, I swear to God, if they're starting, he does have some stains on his pants. I swear, if they create like a sports YouTube thing, we're so dead, dude. We're so dead. This show's gone. Everything's gone. But welcome to another episode of the Grossi Perna Show. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna, and this is GPS.
Yeah, it is. Oh boy, is it?
Oh yeah. So I didn't make that. Now, does a mutual contact of ours that we both happen to pay, maybe he made that? Maybe. I don't know, but that's what.
How did he make that? I thought his computer was broken.
You know, the phones work.
Wow.
It's like Jurassic Park. Dr. Hammond, the phones are working. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Tom Brady, Mr. Beast, collab. It's going to be like, I'm giving away $10,000 to the first person who could catch a football from Tom Brady. And he shoots the football out of a gun.
Yeah, it's like, I feel like the next step, it's going to be Mr. Beast, Tom Brady, collab with Pat McAfee for new show that's going live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
At 11 a.m. 11 a.m. Eastern. Yeah, you just got
It's just Tom and Mr. Beast, and they talk football for some reason 3 days a week during this time slot.
You know what I'm like, since it's like the dead off season, like here, so just to give you an idea, folks, before the show goes off the rails too much, today we're going to be doing power rankings. And if you have been here around during the season, you'll know that Brandon and I have different approaches to power rankings. Yep. And I can already see where one's going. Bastards is a category. Okay.
For the final two, the bottom feeders. Mm-hmm.
So that's one. But it's honestly, it's like kind of the off season. We're kind of getting there. Oh, did he actually really sign with them? I know he worked out for their pro day. Did he actually do it though? Did he? I didn't see the news. That's the thing.
Give us that. Don't trick us.
I don't know. Might
Especially
be
me.
Might be a jokey joke. Anyway, more importantly, so it's like fun because you're doing power rankings. We can maybe figure out like which NFL players are cars, like what you did. Also, who can block better, like an offensive lineman like Jason Kelce or Pat McAfee. Anyway, so moving forward with today's show, what we're going to do is we're going to rank all 32 teams, and this is not going to go well.
Yeah. we're looking at what happened in free agency. You take what they did last year, what needs they sort of addressed. Like, we should be doing this after the draft, which we'll do it after the draft as well.
It's true.
Because there are a lot of teams where like they haven't addressed what they really need to do. Like, they're probably just going to do it in the draft. But
Like the Jets and their quarterback.
the Jets and their quarterback, the Giants and their receivers, like, we'll figure it out as we go through here.
Okay. All right. I like it. I think we should start bottom and work our way up.
I'd have it no other way.
Well,
So,
we have all of
you,
Rachel's logos.
I imported the derpy logos for these rankings. And,
Okay. So here now, this is very important. Are we ranking this off of where we think they're gonna place, or just like currently, or
I
like
think where they are heading into the season?
oh, okay. Well, now Jesus, like I can't even
Right?
see the Patriots one.
What's that?
I can barely even see the Patriots one. It's like what is that?
It looks like a sail on a sailboat.
It does. That's something. Okay. The
Or,
Jaguars
like
one is by far the greatest thing ever.
It could be a tiny mouse that swallowed a giant bird beak.
What?
Yeah, you heard me.
Okay. All right.
Also, we'll go left to right. So,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
one is furthest left.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
All right. So here's the thing. There are a couple teams right now that, as they're built, could be the worst of the worst. Here are my current suggestions for number 32. I think the Arizona Cardinals have to be around there. They're not going to have a QB, so that's going to be challenging.
Yeah.
They're going through this weird rebuild, probably likely trading DeAndre Hopkins, so they're around there. I think right now in their current iteration and state, the Colts could be considered because there are question marks about Jonathan Taylor. I know they got Gardner Minshew, but they're hurting, definitely. The Rams, if they're healthy, the Texans, who I believe a little bit more in right now, those are probably my 4 teams that I'm are going to be bad.
Yeah. I think I would have had the Buccaneers down there.
That's a good choice.
The Titans almost feel like that, but their defense is always good. They'll get Landry back. I think for sure I want to put the Cardinals there right now.
Okay.
And the one thing the Cardinals have not done, which doesn't make any sense to me, is bring in a quarterback for the season. Like, they could have easily signed Baker Mayfield, right? Like, to be... Who'd they sign?
I could be wrong.
Who'd they sign?
Hold on.
David Blau?
Yeah. That's what?
David Blau? Give me some Blau.
Yep. I was like, I definitely saw somebody a couple days ago. It was David Blau.
But it was a year, in my opinion, where 1-year quarterbacks were all over. You had Darnold, you had Baker.
Yep.
Maybe even friggin' Jimmy G you could have brought in on a 1-year thing.
Didn't Dalton sign somewhere?
Andy Dalton went to Carolina.
Yep, went to Carolina.
Could have brought in Dalton. All of these guys who have experience, who I think would be great while Kyler Murray recovers. No pressure on Kyler to come back early. If you play bad with them, fine. But I think they give you a chance to act, be competitive. And the Cardinals are in this weird spot too, where they're picking at 3, right? Yep. They were horrible this last season, and their division, I think, is the worst division in football heading into this season.
Ooh, that's a hot take.
Because I don't know about Stafford's health, so I think the Rams are going to be bad. The Seahawks could be good. The 49ers, everything depends on the quarterbacks. So they could be really bad and still not bad enough to finish with the number 1 or number 2 pick next year. I mean, they don't need it because they have Kyler Murray, but
But they might need it because they might decide for that Kyler Murray plays half the season and they're like, never mind.
Yeah, it's like, are they in a tank position? I don't know.
Because
But I
they
think
got a new regime right now. So like now it's kind of like, I don't know who's safe and who isn't. Go with a Benny!
Well, you sprained both ankles? What are you doing?
Kyle,
you playing hoop every day, Kyle?
Kyle somehow is he pulled a Matt Ryan because didn't Matt Ryan like sprain both of his ankle? I'm sorry, Kyle. You know
Was
what?
that last season?
Yeah, I think so.
No,
right?
that was Wentz 2 seasons ago.
Oh, it was Wentz. It was Wentz 2 years ago. Sorry. It's a Colts QB. It happened on the Colts. I just hope that, Kyle, you're not in the operating room and you hear this.
Oh, wow. Is that a pancreas?
I hope you feel better soon, bud.
Yeah.
That's
Rachel. Just DM Rachel.
Rachel. You pay Rachel. Rachel!
Okay.
Rachel.
So we got
Okay. So Cardinals
for sure.
Are they 32?
Yeah, they feel like the worst team right now.
I agree with that.
David Blau, they bring back Corey Clement, Zach Pascal, Kelvin Beachum resigns, Will Hernandez resigns.
Yeah.
Their one big signing was linebacker Kazir White. It's a nice one, but like,
they're still going to suck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So then who goes at 31? Like, so here's
right now I feel Colts.
Ooh, okay.
But they've got the draft, and that's
the draft.
That should help.
I feel like my camera's crooked and I don't like it. Yeah, I think the NFC South is still the worst division. The AFC South you could also argue, but now here's the thing, it's also the Rams, right? Because the Rams are kind of like selling right now.
Yeah.
I made it worse. I made it so much worse. The Rams are selling, and like you said, we don't know what's going on with Stafford. It's still crooked. We don't know what's going on with Stafford. They're hanging around there. The Texans are bad, but like I think that they're on the up. Now, I'm not going to tell you they're going to go from like the 31st worst team to like 16. They might just go up a few spots, but I feel a little bit more confident. It's just the Colts right now are just a very big unknown. And I think if Jonathan Taylor's back in form, they're going to be okay. Like they're going to be decent.
Oh, yeah. So obviously, let's just assume Matthew Stafford's healthy.
Okay.
That elevates the Rams significantly.
100%.
But let's just kind of look at this based on so far free agency. They have done nothing.
That's not true.
Nothing. Well, their free agency has included acquiring tight end Hunter Long in that trade for Ramsey and guard Coleman Shelton re-signing with the team.
Mm-hmm.
Am I missing anything?
Yeah, traded away Jalen Ramsey and about it.
So I'm comfortable putting them down at in the bastard zone.
Okay.
I'll give the Colts the benefit of the doubt because they will be picking, at 4. You're right. Like maybe even Gardner Minshew can hand off to Jonathan Taylor very effectively. But all 3 of these teams they're stripped down right now, it feels like.
So I'd put the Cardinals at 32 though, yeah?
Cardinals 32, Rams 31.
So shouldn't we move the Cardinals over? Because it's like we're reading it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. There we go. There we go. There we go. We're doing it.
Colts at 30.
Yeah. Just like right now. Right now. Okay. So
29.
Let's talk about other bad teams. You mentioned the Buccaneers before.
Yeah, they feel like 29.
I think they're going to be bad. The Titans are probably going to be bad. They can just hand it off to Derrick Henry, but it seems like they're just
going to have Derrick Henry. Like I think he's going to play, but he's still in the trade talks. DeAndre Hopkins, and that's the other thing for the Cardinals. They might be losing DeAndre Hopkins too. Correct. And I know they're going to be building for the future, but whatever team Hopkins goes to, makes them better. I hope it's the Giants and not those fucking Chiefs. There we go. Minor scope, baby.
He had
Russell
surgery.
Wilson also, while having this cleanup, refused anesthesia.
Okay. All right.
Maybe that's why he was doing high knees, everybody. His knee was hurt.
So why would you do high knees if your knees are hurt?
You got to keep it loose. Got to fight through the pain.
It didn't work though.
Yeah. I mean, Melvin Gordon,
Yeah.
Melvin Gordon Super Bowl week, that was something he alluded to, was that Russell Wilson was dealing with more injuries than anybody knew throughout the whole season. So,
Okay. Okay. All right. So back to this. So Buccaneers, I think they're around there. Titans, you can make it. Again, the Titans might just do their same old thing, though, because if they just roll out like they were last year and it's Tannehill handing the ball off to Henry, like they'll be a fine team. Like they'll be mediocre.
yeah.
So, you know. Oh, don't you worry when we get to draft.
Mike Vrabel needs to go to a real organization.
Ooh. That's harsh. A real
don't do
organization.
They don't spend money.
Ooh.
They got worse in their draft last year. I feel for Titans fans is what I'm saying. They have wasted Derrick Henry's prime.
All right, so do we want to put the Titans around there? Because we need to, have 5 teams? So, I think the Titans could be, the Buccaneers could be around there, and then we'll reorder them in a second. Titans, I think the Texans are still going to be bad.
Yeah?
So here's the thing. The Falcons and the Texans are really interesting teams because the Falcons, I really like Algier. I think he's going to do well. QB, we'll kind of wait and see. But,
stay calm, Tyler.
Crush it. Get it.
Do a shot of alcohol. That'll
get it.
Best advice for a good big interview: get drunk. Gives you confidence. Also makes you look, and just be smarter. Put a cigarette in your mouth too. You'll look cool. And your promotion interview. Done with the interview, you put the cigarette out on your boss's desk. Then you flick it in their face. Say,
later,
your
losers.
move, scumbag.
Good luck. That's yeah. That's
your loss.
Tyler says valid point. So there we go. Apparently,
know how high I could fly.
He's going to be in a leather jacket with aviators the entire time. He's going to put his boots up on the desk and be like, listen, you're going to give me this promotion. Actually, you just take one drag and you never exhale the entire time.
The whole interview, and then you blow it out at the end? That would be badass.
It's just like a car exhaust. Okay, anyway. So yeah, Texans are around. Do you think the Falcons are in the bottom? I think they're they're in the green range for me.
It gets tricky. It gets tricky with the Colts, with the Texans, with the Falcons, with the Panthers, because all of those divisions were so weak.
Yes,
so weak that if one team gets just a little bit better, they could be first place.
They could win the whole thing. It's accurate.
Man. I think right now, too, the Panthers still are not good.
See, I actually like the Panthers for this year. Now, they don't have they have Adam Thielen, but it's dude, what about the commies? They're rolling Jacoby. I like Jacoby Brissett a lot. But I don't know if the Commanders are going to be very good either. Because they're in a division that should be really good. The Eagles are still going to be good. The Giants should get better. And the Cowboys are the Cowboys.
Yeah, let's see here. Where's those commies?
Bottom right. It's second one over on the right side.
Yeah.
Bottom right.
They got their they added. I thought they made their offensive line a little better with Wiley and Gates. Let's fudge it. Okay.
All right.
Whoa.
You think the Colts are gonna be worse than the Bucks?
I mean, yeah, at this point. I like that the Bucks brought back Jamel Dean. Levante David's returning to Tampa as well. So I think like their defense, I think their defense will be solid again. Leonard Fournette, he hasn't signed anywhere, right? He's still a free agent.
Yeah, Fournette's a free agent.
But I think like they can upgrade that. It's like, I guess we're asking the question, Baker Mayfield or Gardner Minshew?
So here, again, the thing that could put the Colts over the top is Jonathan Taylor. It's just we don't know what state he's in. Like if he's going to be healthy, if he's going to be the same dominant runner he was as a rookie. We don't know.
Honestly, I just like Baker Mayfield throwing to Mike Evans, Chris Godwin.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The Colts, another area of need for them is their ball catching group. Like outside of Pittman, nothing really excites you, especially for like a young quarterback you're trying to develop. Like they need a weapon there.
Yeah. So here's the thing. The Panthers are the only team I kind of don't agree with here because I think that they have a very solid team and then they're just going to throw, the top quarterback that they want back there too. I think their defense is solid. Their run game was good last year. I know they don't have Foreman anymore, but they should be decent. I don't I gotta be honest. I think in the green, I know we need one more team down there.
Minnesota Vikings.
I wish I could put them down there in all good faith and conscience. I wish.
Minnesota
I really wish
Vikings. I could. Or here's another hot take. What about the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Ooh.
I know they're high on Kenny Pickett, but I'm not. He was solid, but I feel like we've seen. I don't want to say a ceiling, but I don't know, man. I think the Steelers are about to find out possibly where the Packers could be.
So that's what I was going to say.
Through the NFL without a top flight QB.
I think in the green right now, I think the Broncos are down there. I think the Packers are down there. I think the Raiders are so aggressively average they're down there.
Here, easy. Raiders 26.
I think they're going to be they are going to be like an 8-9 team.
The Raiders?
Yeah, I think they're going to be 8-9.
5 wins. 5-win team.
You think 5?
Yeah. Check this shit out, Tom.
You tell me.
So there's 2 teams in free agency that just signed a ton of players. That's the Raiders and the Texans.
Sure.
I think the Texans, by doing so, actually got a little bit better.
I agree.
The Raiders, they get rid of Derek Carr, swap for Jimmy G. I think that's a slight downgrade. Also, Jimmy G's dick's going to fall off based on all the free sex he's getting in Vegas. I don't know many quarterbacks who sling it after their penis falls off, okay? That's just a fact. Darren Waller, second best ball catcher on their team, gone. They replace him with O.J. Howard. Okay, that does nothing for me. Josh Jacobs is coming back reluctantly on the non-exclusive franchise tag. And then here are their signings. Amir Abdullah, Philip Dorsett, Jacoby Myers, that's decent. Cam Sims, Jermaine Eluemunor, resigning. Brandon Parker, resigning. Hronsis Grasu? Hronsis Grasu?
This is Brandon's first day as a teacher, and it's like,
How would you say a name spelled Hronis? Ronsis? Ronis?
Hronis? Hronis?
Hronis.
Hronis?
Sure. Jordan Willis, Jerry Tillery, Robert Spillane, Brandon Faison, Marcus Epps, that was decent. Jaquan Johnson, Jacob Bobenmoyer, Broncos former long snapper.
So, can I make a compromise with you?
Nope. But yes.
How about we put it's for Guillermo. Why don't we put the Raiders in green? We put the Browns down in blue.
I think the Browns are better than the Raiders.
Oh God. Okay.
But for Guillermo, fine. What do I have to lose?
It's for Guillermo.
For Guillermo, you get.
Appreciate it, Chef.
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to be? I'm looking at other because like the Bears could also still be bad. The Bears could also still be not great, but I think DJ Moore, like they should be. They should be solid.
The Bears are gonna be better.
All right. So no, Stern, I agree. It is an all-in year for the Cleveland Browns, 100%.
Yeah, I have this horrible feeling that Deshaun Watson's going to play really well this year, because it just seems like the only thing that can happen to make the Russell Wilson trade look worse is Russ and the Broncos continue to be bad, and then Deshaun Watson resumes form, and the Browns win the division. They actually win the division ahead of the Bengals next year.
Oh God. Okay. So the Brown, okay. So then if you don't think the Browns are down there, then don't put the Browns down there. I don't want you going against your.
No, but that's based just on a feeling. You know what I mean?
I get you.
You know, it's not like
they should be decent. It's all gonna be on Deshaun Watson. Like, is he their guy?
Yeah. Ooh,
so
I guess here. I think the Falcons. You're right. Falcons should be right there.
Okay. You know what? Because the Falcons, I think, have definitely improved. I think they were one of the teams that got better in free agency. I like their potential a lot. I don't know if I believe in Desmond Ridder. That's honestly like where I'm at. So as of right now, I think the Falcons can definitely be competing for that dog water division. But yeah. Here's the thing, Perna. I think both our teams deserve to be. I don't know if the Steelers are all the way down there, but I know I understand I think the Broncos and the Packers are both down in green.
Whoa.
I do.
Let me see.
Oh, they have to. Oh, I forgot about the Titans. Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm not high on the Ravens.
You're not high on even if they get Lamar back.
Yeah, I think they will, but like we're kind of, I'm just trying to look at it a little bit about free agency specifically. So yes, Lamar should be coming back, but because I think the uncertainty with Lamar Jackson, they've lost more. They haven't done anything splashy, right?
Sure.
They have franchised Lamar. Justice Hill's coming back. Trayvon Mullen re-signed on a 1-year deal. Geno Stone, safety, re-signed 1-year deal. Calais Campbell gone. The Ravens are always good. They always like figure it out, but I don't know. It's not like I'm like, oh, they got a lot better.
So, okay. See, because green right now, the order is messing with me. Because, like, you know what? I think we're good with the Bastards. I think we're good with blue. No, I'm higher on the Panthers, I think. I think I might just be higher on the Panthers. I do. I think, like, they get a Bryce Young, which is what I think they're going to wind up going with. I think they could be a very solid football team. That's just a feeling I got. It's just a feeling. So, yeah. There are a lot. No, so Perna and I were talking about, like, there is going to be a lot of mid teams. Like,
see, I think the Panthers got worse at running back by swapping Miles Sanders and Deontay Foreman. They lose DJ Moore. They're worse at the receiving position. They gave up a lot to get up to the number 1 spot.
Sure.
They're going to get their QB, but to me, the Panthers feel like a team that it's really not about this upcoming football season. They're in the process of building for 2024.
I agree.
kind of the way I see Carolina. And like they were a little underrated. They were a gritty team. Couldn't get any help from their quarterback. Their defense kept them in games. The run game was strong even after McCaffrey left. But like,
yes,
after
I think
that,
Frank Reich. I like him as a coach.
yeah,
you know?
I like. They got all the Reich moves.
Never again.
Way better than the other Reich reference you can make with them, Tom.
That's accurate, and I'm glad you didn't go that way. All right, here's what else. Oh my god. See, I really think the Raiders are going to be an 8-9 team. I do. I think they're so aggressively average. Like they are just going to be like middle of the road. But
you will overestimate Josh McDaniels.
I think it's impossible.
Giving him 8 or 9 wins, that is an overestimate.
I think they're going to be 8-9. Like
8 and 9. Yeah, that's 8 wins.
8 wins. They're going to be 8.
What was their record last year?
They were a middle of the road team, I think, right? Oh no, they're 7, weren't they?
Yeah. They were technically, they swept the Broncos. I know, I get it, guys. They owned my team. Josh McDaniels owned me.
I don't know what they were.
I'm trying to see how many wins they had because I can't
remember. Why is this so difficult to find right now?
They were 6 wins. They were a 6-win team. And I don't think they got better.
That's fair. That's fair. Like, again, you're not wrong. I don't disagree with you. I just think like they're gonna wind up being average.
Yeah.
So, Jeff, whoop. Fans take anyone other than Stroud or Young, I will crash my head into a wall. Also, Grossi Posse for 50. I got you.
Ba-boom. Grossi Posse.
I got you. I got you.
Grossi Posse. Grossi Posse.
Appreciate you, Jeff. Thank you. All right, so here's the East strongest division in the NFL. Honestly, it could be the AFC East. If Rodgers goes there,
AFC East could be nasty.
Yeah, so like, then you have the Jets with Rodgers. You're gonna have the Bills still with Allen. I think Tua, if he stays healthy, like they'll be fine. And then who knows what the Patriots are gonna do? Because the Patriots are around there too. Brandon, listen, I love your optimism. I love everything you're doing right now. But the Broncos and the Packers need to be down there. No, Brandon, you're not putting the horsies on top, Brandon. No. You know you can't be up there. You know, Brandon. I'm saying my team needs to be down there. Okay, they're down. You think? Okay, you know what? Let's just let Brandon have his time. I'm gonna take one for the team and be a little realistic. Put the Packers around there. Oh God, the Bears.
This is some tough decision, right in the middle here.
You think the Giants are gonna be that? Yeah, I could see it. But
what have they done? They brought back Dan Jones
and Saquon Barkley.
And Saquon, if they get the deal done.
Well, they franchise tagged him, so.
Yeah, but he could not sign it. He could say, no. I think maybe this is pre-draft. After the Giants draft, I might feel a lot better about what they do to enable Dan Jones.
Didn't they get the second best pass catcher on the Raiders, Darren Waller?
Yeah, no, that's a great ad at tight end for him. But I think if they land DeAndre Hopkins, I'll be excited about the Giants. If they get one of the top receivers in the draft, I'll be excited about the Giants. And I like Slayton and Sterling Shepard. I think they're solid receivers. They have solid guys, but they need somebody to open up the passing game with Dan Jones, and it can't just be Darren Waller.
I agree. Hey, that's why they got big Paris Campbell and Darius Slayton and Sterling Shepard.
There's upside with Campbell too, but again,
one of them has to catch some balls. Yeah.
It just feels like the same receiving group that they had last year. You know, there's a lot of, they do have like, I'm not clueless. Okay. They do have like 7 receivers. Name one receiver that you're like, damn, that guy.
Yeah, no, there's none that are like,
unguardable.
Wow. They're going to be so good. See, yeah, I don't agree with Chargers. I think they'll be in the blue, the blue above. I think
if it were Patrick Mahomes and they had those 7 receivers, I'd be like, one of those guys is going off this year. You know what I mean? But it's Dan Jones, and he had like 13 touchdown passes or 15 touchdown passes, some shit that should not
I know
excite
you don't like Daniel Jones, Brad.
I like Dan Jones. I like Vanilla Vic. I really do. But I need to see him both run for a lot of yards and throw for a lot of touchdowns in the same season.
I feel like anytime, whether it's on clickbait or GPS, or he's in the chat and someone's praising Daniel Jones, you're Phoenix right, and you're just like, objection! And you're just like, look at these touchdown stats. Oh, because he didn't turn the ball over 100 times? He's so good now? Get out of my house.
Yeah. Basically.
I get it.
I'm going to put the Chiefs up at 1.
Okay,
get off. Chiefs are at 1. And they haven't really done much in free agency.
They haven't done anything, but they don't
have to.
They traded away their best receiver last free agency and somehow still won a Super Bowl. Like, it doesn't matter what they do. If they get DeAndre Hopkins, you just make him the winner of the league. It's fine.
God.
It's
I will
fine.
Diarrhea out of my mouth if that happens.
All right, we have way too many in the yellow right now.
I know, but let's shake out this top a little here.
Okay.
Who is the second best team heading into this season? That's a real good question in my eyes.
In my eye. Do you go just Eagles? Like, do you go?
No, I don't think so, Tom. They had some deficit. They're losing some guys. And I think
lost some guys. But like
they're maybe post-draft. Yeah. But
are you putting the Jets in if they get Aaron Rodgers? You're not putting them at 2, are you?
No, this is why I'm saying it's tough, because I don't think the Bills have gotten a lot better yet. I don't think the Bengals have gotten better yet. The Jets might if they get Rodgers.
The Jets will be very good if they get Rodgers.
The Dolphins have been aggressive, but they got huge question mark about Tua.
The Bengals, they definitely added some guys like on offense stuff. Their secondary took a hit. So like they're in this weird place. The Bills,
I think the Bills are there, but that's just based on who the Bills are right now. They got Josh Allen. They're fine. And he played through an elbow injury. I think he'll be better next year. The 49ers, we don't know about Brock Purdy yet. We need more definitive. Also, Purdy and Allen on their elbows. Oh,
this is I think like the Eagles are because again, I know they lost some guys. Like Hargrave is the biggest loss they have. Like CJ Gardner-Johnson, I think they'll be okay without him. Again, they could just go and get a corner in the draft. They can get an edge rusher in the draft, and it's not going to fix everything. I think the Eagles are still like before we even rank them, right? Chiefs are still number 1. I think that's easy.
Yeah.
I think the Eagles are up there. The 49ers are up there. The Bills are probably up there. Like the Bengals, you can make the argument they're up there too. And then it's the Jets if they get Aaron Rodgers. You're putting the Jaguars as top 5? I'd be willing to put them in orange.
Here's why I put them top 5. Colts, Texans, Titans.
No.
We have the bottom 10. They get Calvin Ridley to throw into. They didn't even have to do anything in free agency.
Accurate.
And the Jags got better. Yes. Wet leg is very amazing. Where do the Jags pick? Let's see here. They got pick 24. Do they got any extra picks? Anything crazy? No.
Brandon, no, don't put them in the top 5, Brandon. Don't. They're like you could you could settle with orange, but I like the Jaguars. I hope they do well, but no.
The Jaguars will have a better record than the Bengals next season. People are going to be like, you know what? Maybe Trevor Lawrence a little better than Joe Burrow. That's what people are going to say.
I don't know if they are, Brandon. I don't know if they are.
Bengals lose 2 safeties, both their starting safeties.
Honestly, if we're assuming they get Rodgers, I'd feel comfortable putting the Jets at 5.
Let's just
But, like,
assume they're going to get Rodgers.
So, like, the
Fine.
Bengals,
Maybe.
see that one. The Bengals are the only other team I could see being in the top 5. I just like want to know when we're going to have the conversation that the Bills are the AFC Green Bay Packers. What? Okay. I honestly don't disagree with too much of it.
Yeah, see?
That's the problem.
I did not curse the Jacksonville Jaguars.
It's not a Well, hon, I give you glitter kitty. I give you the glitter kitty for that. Where'd you put the glitter kitty, Perna? There you go.
Meow. Meow. Yes, the Bengals, big addition. Orlando Brown to that offensive line. They're trying to trade
Be hysterical. I'd laugh.
Is it Jonah Williams? What's his last name? Jonah Williams. Oh my god, I can't keep up.
Yeah, no. Cowboys top 5. I think I'd put the Cowboys in orange. I'd feel comfortable putting the Cowboys in orange.
Up at top 10?
Yeah, I'd put them at like 10.
Yeah, I think the Brandon Cooks edition kind of addresses a need for him on offense. I'm really curious to see what they do as a team, because what Mike McCarthy wants them to commit to the run more, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if they get back to running a little more consistently. So maybe.
Here's what I would change, just because there's a little bit of an unknown. I'd put the Bengals probably up where the Jets are, and I'd put the Jets back in the orange, just because we don't know in terms of how long it's going to take. No, why? Listen, I'm all about the Jaguars winning their division. I am all about it. Top 5? Top 5?
Bengals, Jags in the playoffs right now? I don't know who wins that game. The Bengals lost Samaje Perine. He basically started their comeback against the Chiefs in the postseason 2 years ago.
All right, let's get through this. All right, Seahawks, they're going to go in blue. The Saints, they're going to be in blue. God, I just want to plummet the Vikings might be bad. The Vikings legitimately.
I'm not high on the Vikes.
Thank God. All right, I'd put the Ravens and Chargers and Giants up. All right, or Chargers and Giants at least.
What's all this filleting of the Chargers? What have they done?
No. Well, here's the theory. They are always amazing in the offseason, right? Last year, getting Khalil Mack, J.C. Jackson, and they're like, this is the year. They really haven't done anything this offseason, so maybe they're going to be better during the regular season. Because nobody's talking about them.
Yeah. They're going to... I hope they lose Austin Eckler.
I know you do.
And let's see how that offense looks without that guy. LA.
I think the Saints are going to be good, simply because I think they're the most complete team in a really bad division right now. But I wouldn't put them at 11. I'd put them lower than that.
Ooh, here's a question. Okay, so
why are the Jaguars?
Patriots probably in there, maybe?
See, I think the Chargers are better than the Patriots. I have no faith in the Patriots right now. I know their offense is going to get better just because Matt Patricia is not there, but dude,
defense was pretty good.
Yeah, the defense is going to be solid. They re-signed some guys, but I'm sorry, I can't get excited about Mac Jones. I can't. You of all people who despise Mac Jones.
I don't despise him. He bores me.
He's boring as hell to watch. He's so boring.
Mac Jones is to quarterback play what Bill Belichick is to an inspirational speech before a game.
Listen.
Okay, guys, let's go out there and do your fucking jobs, or I'll kill one of your children. So That's
all right. Yeah. Honestly,
kind of how we do things
valid.
around here. And if you don't want your family murdered by me, Bill Belichick, then don't fumble the ball. Don't fumble the ball.
Necro, thank you for the fitting. Boop for the kitty. Do you think the East no repeat champion curse might get broken this year, with the Eagles winning again? If not, who do you think takes it this year to continue the no repeat streak? That's a great question. The Giants, I don't believe the Giants will, but I think like they'll be good. If it does repeat, I don't think it's the Commanders. I think it's the Cowboys. I think it's Cowboys or Eagles division right this second, in my humble opinion.
Okay. Here's the way I think we look at Chargers Patriots debate. And we can leave this to the chat to decide. Who is better this coming season? Mac Jones without Matt Patricia and getting Bill O'Brien, which is I like.
Yep.
Or Justin Herbert without Joe Lombardi.
Justin Herbert.
You think Joe Lombardi was worse than Matt Patricia?
Whoa, no, but I think that Joe Lombardi 100% hampered Herbert and he became a check down king, which is not what his strengths are.
I think his good rib injury did more of that than Joe Lombardi.
I'm telling you, Lombardi was bad, one. But two, and maybe this is just me with blinders on, I think Justin Herbert's a very good quarterback that is very limited in the position that he is in. Like whether that is the team, whether that is the offensive coordinator, whether that is just like the play calls, it's not. Yes, Jacoby Myers moved to keep his family safe. Exactly. What Perno was just talking about. Yes.
Here's my only issue with Joe Lombardi and the knock on him. He was the offensive coordinator during Justin Herbert's best season in 2021.
Probably will, honestly.
So
I'm sorry, he was what?
He was Justin Herbert's offensive coordinator during Justin Herbert's best season in 2021. Why does everybody forget that?
I don't think everyone forgets it. I think they also look at that as that Justin Herbert also bailed them the hell out a lot.
Yeah, Justin Herbert, more talented of a quarterback than Mac Jones. Not going to argue with that. I guess I don't mean better overall. I mean better from what we expect out of them. I think there's going to be a bigger leap for Mac Jones in terms of what he did last year compared to what he will do this upcoming season.
Yes, but I think the Chargers just have a better team.
Oof. I think they have... Well, depends. If Eckler's gone, they don't.
But they still have like good wide receivers.
They got Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, who also couldn't stay healthy last year. I mean,
with
Herbert throws 25 touchdowns, 47.
Bill O'Brien though is good with the Patriots. See, that I disagree with. Like, I think Bill O'Brien is good with the Patriots. He's the OC. He's not a head coach. He's not doing any of that crap. He's like just there as an OC. I think he's a solid OC with the Patriots, 100%.
He was good with the Texans. His problem was he became GM, and he doesn't know how to do that job.
Yeah,
he's like, I will give you J.J. Watt, Deshaun Watson, and DeAndre Hopkins for
a cheese. Just a cheese. Not even a burger. A cheese.
I will give you those men for...
That's true, too. Dude, I know that
Melvin
Cowboys
Gordon.
fans are looking at that and being like, man, Kellen Moore, you're about to see how bad he is. But if he's good, crap. Like, that's how that's going to go. Because I forgot about that Kellen Moore went to LA.
The Chargers. Yeah. So I think both Mac Jones and Justin Herbert get offensive coordinators who are going to be better for them.
Yeah.
I think the Patriots are a better team than the Chargers. They're better overall coached. Like, Belichick's better than Brandon Staley on pretty much every level except likability. Then Staley's got him in spades there.
I'm going to use your own logic against you.
Oh, fuck.
Yep. You said the reason why the Jaguars are up that high is because of their division. You look at the AFC East, the Patriots are easily the worst in the division. You look at the AFC West, the Chargers are not the worst in the division. They're the second best team in the division. They'll
still lose to the Broncos once. They're going to get swept by the Chiefs. And they'll beat the Raiders twice.
Like there's, but they are. I mean,
I'll
that's
put
how
the
you
Chargers
mock
up here,
them.
but I disagree with it. I think the Pats are a better team than the Chargers. I think
we still have to put another team up there anyway.
No, I know.
So the Saints should win the division. The Saints should win the NFC South because they're the most complete team. You put them on there right now, they'll win some games.
Oof.
You put the Patriots above the Giants? Oh, I disagree with that.
Oh, who's going to win in a shootout? Mac Jones or Dan Jones? It's the battle of the Jones. McCorkle or Dan? Who going to get it done?
Well, Brandon, first of all, I still don't know
I
Jaguars.
think the Giants overperformed last year. I really do.
Of course they did. They won a lot of really close games, but I still think they're good and they should be better.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying they're bad. It's just one spot behind the Pats. It's just a different tier, so it feels worse. Right? When you think about it real logically.
The Bengals should be where the Jaguars are, but it's fine. It's fine. There's you have control of the mouse, so that's You know what? I'm proud of you by just saying the Chiefs are number one. We got that over with. We ripped off that Band-Aid real quick because we needed to. What do you think? I have a legitimate question for you, and it's not, you honestly can't answer this in a good way, but I'm going to ask it to you anyway. Do you have less faith in the Bills just because they're the Bills at this point?
No. I have less faith in the Bills because I think the loss of Brian Daboll
assuming he gets 12
was significant. I think Ken Dorsey will be better in year 2 as the Bills offensive coordinator. I think we forgot Josh Allen fucked up his elbow midway through the season. But even with that, the elbow, that explains, maybe Josh missing a few passes here and there that we get used to seeing. He still had a really good season. What worries me is the decision-making in the red zone. That's what started to be a thing for the Bills with Josh. I put that on the relationship between him and Daboll versus him and Dorsey and what we saw Brian Daboll do to help Dan Jones. That's my concern with Buffalo. They were also in a weird year where they lost Tremaine Edmonds on defense. They did bring back Jordan Poyer, which I think is huge. Hopefully Micah Hyde is healthy. Hopefully Von Miller is healthy. Those are two question marks around two key players on the defense. Their defense was supposed to carry them, but those injuries, not really hurt them in the postseason.
Yeah.
And this is Von's second ACL injury through his career. Before the Broncos and Rams made the trade for Von Miller, he was coming off a significant ankle injury that he missed a whole season for. So I'm starting to be concerned about Von Miller's health going forward. It's a handful of little things. Josh Allen will make up for a lot of it. Don't get me wrong, but it's just them and the Chiefs are so good throwing the football.
So the reason I asked that is because I really like the Bills. I'm rooting for them, in the AFC, 100%. The thing that I see a lot of, I know it's become a little bit of a joke, but I see a lot of the Packers, of what they were. It's they're a really good team. They'll get it done. The regular season, they'll crush, potentially finish first seed if it's not the Chiefs. It's when it comes down to the playoffs, there's something. And I love that they kept Poyer, Matt Milano, they extended. That's great. It's just, is it going to get to a point where it's all right, well, we're just not getting over the top here? And is it because they don't commit to a run game because they don't care? I know that they brought back Singletary. They can sign every running back.
They lost Singletary.
But they're not. What'd you say?
They lost Devin Singletary.
I thought he re-signed a 1-year deal yesterday.
For the Texans.
I'm sorry. Yeah, never mind. They lost Singletary.
You pull the meat, idiot.
I did. I could have sworn it said that he re-signed a 1-year deal. Who did I say? Oh no, it was the old Patriots running back who went there.
Oh yeah.
What's his face? Oh my, it's not Damian Harris. What is his name?
Oh my God.
What's his name?
Yeah, Damian Harris.
It's Damian Harris. Okay, there we go.
You double mead. You double mead.
That was around there. It just took a little while to get there.
Rare
I was like,
brain
they
fart
just
for
signed someone to a 1-year deal. Like I just saw it was Damian Harris. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. So I forgot my point. Anyway, yes. So they could like bring it. That's what I was talking about with Derrick Henry. They could bring in Derrick Henry, but if they don't give him the ball, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So I think that it's a change of philosophy that needs to happen to be a more complete team, because the Chiefs, of course, they hit pay dirt because they literally could just go out there and have Patrick Mahomes do what he does, throw to Travis Kelce 115 times, and they'll still win. But because they got an absolute monster who runs like he's on crystal meth in Isaiah Pacheco every single time that he gets the ball, they're even better in the run game. So it's like, hey, it's kind of like a James Starks Packers like thing where it's like, hey, for a season, he's really, really good. He'll get you the yards. The Bills, what's it going to take? They're going to get in a division that's going to be harder this year, especially if the Jets get Aaron Rodgers. I'm worried about the Bills. I was worried about them after the Dolphins game a lot, and that turned out to be a good.
I'm not
good
worried
feeling.
about them. What I am worried, what the Bills I think need to do is adopt a page out of the Patriots philosophy when they were winning, when they were really good. Because the Bills, they don't need to run the ball the way a typical team does.
Correct.
But they need to run the ball in certain games effectively.
Yes.
So like the Pats, Brady would throw for 400, and then it was like the next week they handed the ball off like 35 times. And some running back you never heard of had like 180 yards and 3 TDs. And then you didn't see that guy for another 6 weeks, right? They need to figure out those situational games where if they commit to the run, they stay committed, and it takes some pressure off Josh Allen. It takes some wear and tear off Josh Allen, so he's not the guy running. But it also makes opponents kind of second guess what their game plan might be week to week. And that's like something the Pats always did really well. But I'm not so worried about them. I'll worry when or if injuries start to become like another big issue for them.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to shake out this yellow one, though, real quick.
I mean, you have the Jaguars as the number 3 team. I think that also needs to get shaken out a little bit. Wow. Okay, see, I want to, and if Jordan Love is like even halfway decent, like that could be it. But I don't know. Right now, I can't put the Vikings below the Packers. I can't. The Vikings are another team that and every Vikings fan will 100% agree that they got very lucky in a lot of games last year. However, they still have like a solid football team on offense. Defense, whatever. But they got Byron Murphy, I think. Like they can get better, but right now the Packers are just such an unknown. They really are. Like I don't believe in Joe Barry in any way, shape, or form. But I think the offense can produce if Jordan Love is just adequate.
Joseph Barry.
If he's just adequate, they'll be an okay team.
I agree.
So there is no way on God's green earth that you're putting the Broncos at 16.
Yeah. Yes, I am.
How'd they get better?
Sean Payton.
That's 1. You can't count him as 2 because he
Sean
has 2
Payton.
first names.
Samaje Perine. That basically erases 5 fumbles that Melvin Gordon had last year. Okay? We are 5 fumbles better. Javonte Williams will be healthy again.
That's true.
Mike McGlinchey.
Holding. So you're going to go back 10 yards.
Oh, he had 8 holding penalties. Wasn't even top 5 in the league. For us,
6? Was he number 6?
He was in a big tie with guys. A ton of dudes had 8 holding penalties. He was better than Billy Turner, Cam Fleming, Calvin Anderson, the 3 guys we had rotating at right tackle. We got better there. Ben Powers on guard, better than Graham Glasgow by a mile. So our offensive line is better. We are going to be committed to the run. Defense, about the same.
Draymond Jones.
We lost Dre. We got a wild card in Zach Allen.
Wild card.
And we brought back punter Riley Dixon, who we drafted years ago. Riley Dixon balls, punting far. This is how the Broncos get to 16. One of the great mysteries for the Broncos is it is the easiest city to punt in, yet for about 7 years, they have not had a punter who could punt at altitude. Oh, am I delusional that we got rid of our biggest weakness in Nate Dogg Hackett as head coach?
That's true.
Brought in a top 10 coach.
Ejiro
Russ
Evero's
just
gone.
had knee surgery.
Evero's gone. That's not good.
Yeah, but we got Vance Joseph, baby. Okay, fine. Maybe the Giants are still better. But we'll see.
That's what you concede. You're like, I'll move down to 17.
Chris Jones ain't doing shit, Bradley. He's going to be overpowered by Ben. And Ben's going to be left guard. I don't know if I said right guard or left guard. He's left guard over where Dalton Reisner was playing. And then right guard will be Quinn Miners having a...
I have to imagine your streams when it's just like Chiefs fans being like, yeah, we're still going to destroy you. You're just like, yo, F you. Just fighting.
That's all I have
chat.
to say to him.
Just actively fighting them.
Am I convinced we can beat the Chiefs? Not yet. Not yet. But I really think they got better so far.
Yeah. The 49ers, it doesn't matter. I said that on a reaction video. Like, it doesn't matter who their QB is because they have so many skill players, that they could just put who'd they get? Who did they sign? Was that Dalton? No. Who'd they get?
Which team?
Oh my, the 49ers, the freaking
Sam Darnold.
Oh my God. What's the 1-year quarterback that they got?
Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold. Sorry. They all mixed together at some point. Sam Darnold. They got him. He could hand the ball off to Christian McCaffrey a cajillion times or throw a wide receiver screen to Deebo Samuel. He could do that. But their defense is going to be disgusting. Like Hargrave and Bosa on that same line is going to be wild. So,
hot take. I think it'll be about the same.
Okay.
Hargrave was on a nasty D-line already. Although, actually, with Hargrave, the 49ers could beat the Eagles in the championship game.
I'll put money on it that the Packers will not be a bottom 5 team.
Ooh.
I put money on that.
Ooh. Here's what I'll say about the Broncos. I might move them lower on this list after the draft. But we're doing this pre-draft, and I think the Broncos, because they don't have a first and second round draft pick, were very aggressive in free agency because that's where they had to make their moves, and I like the moves that they've made. Because they're not sexy moves, like 2 linemen. Okay.
Colts Kramer's been very upset that we put the Colts that low, so I think you should put the Colts at 32.
Okay.
Actually, put them at 33. That's how we solve problems here. Done. It's done. Honestly, the Cowboys might be the best clickbait team. They might be the best clickbait team next year. They might. You're still paying for Jeff Saturday, Indy. I don't think they're below the Bears either. I think the Vikings are above the Bears. I honestly didn't even notice because he tried to slip the Packers above them. I don't know if Broncos are going to be elite. I don't know if they're going to be elite. I don't know. You hired Jeff Saturday. That's just always going to be. They're going to be in the Super Bowl this year. And you'd be like, nope, still hired Jeff Saturday. Still did it. You still did it. The Jaguars are not the 3rd best team, Brandon. They're not. Okay. Don't worry, I will someday. Somehow. Gonna make it all right, but not right now. By the way, we also...
I think the Jags are better than the Eagles. I think Doug Peterson helped Andy Reid beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to have a better year than Josh Allen. Ooh. Ooh. Wow. Did I say that?
I
They
can't.
came for the rankings. They stayed for the Urkel reference.
Wait a minute. Do we have the Saints above the Seahawks?
Yeah, I think the Saints are better than the Seahawks.
What? The Saints are right, like, ahead of the Patriots for me. There's no way. Like, I love Jamal. You just hate the Seahawks, though. You hate
You're that sold on Geno Smith coming back and dicing up everyone?
I'm that sold on Kenneth Walker. And hey, they got this really good guy on defense, Draymond Jones. Have you heard of him?
Yeah, I know. They also get Jamal Adams back.
That doesn't impress me at all. I'm sorry. Jamal Adams does not impress me at all.
He's good.
The
He
Jets
wasn't
won
worth
that
2
trade.
first-round draft picks, but
The Jets won that trade.
He's
easily.
very good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Saints,
of
I'd
course they
put
won
them
the trade.
down. Like, no, I put the Seahawks at the 11. The Saints go down. Like, they could be above the Patriots, but
Seahawks are not 11.
you put them back at the same spot. I don't even know why I try anymore. I don't like, listen, it wasn't my best day in terms of memory, but yeah.
You really think this? Okay. I think the Saints have a better defense. I think they have a better quarterback. Seahawks got better receivers. Saints got better running back. They got Jamal Williams. I'll take him over Kenneth Walker every single day of every single year for the rest of my life.
Yes, the Jaguars, I think, are most definitely the best in the division. That should be their division, the AFC South, because the Titans, I think, are going to be, like, again, aggressively average. I think the Colts, they're not going to have a great... But again, like, maybe they go and get, like, a QB and they're better. It's all going to be on Jonathan Taylor. There's just so many unknowns. But,
JTT, yeah, you know me.
wow, look how quickly all these Lions fans turned on Jamal Williams.
Wow. Boo.
You know what? I think the Lions get dropped now, Brandon. Look what they did to Jamal Williams. Now, this is no longer power rankings. This is spite rankings.
Yeah. Kenneth Walker, great. Huge reason Seattle was succeeding. Love Kenneth Walker.
I think the bottom teams, just like no bias, Bears, Vikings. I don't care about the rest of it. Just because I hate them.
Jamal Williams is going to be running back number 1 when Alvin Kamara is in prison. So watch his production go through the roof when he is a feature back for the first time, really. Ever.
Wait a minute. Are you putting on that hot take that Jamal Williams is going to have more yards than a guy who's going to be in prison in Alvin Kamara?
Heard
That's
it here
a hot
first.
take, Brandon. That's a
He
hot
won't be
take.
in prison, okay, but he will be suspended. And he might be found guilty if no plea is reached. So.
There you go. All right. We did a thing. And honestly, it kind of went exactly as I thought it was. I'm proud. Let's give a round of applause to Brandon. He put the Chiefs at number 1, and he didn't even fight it. He did. That's progress, okay? That's
I'm maturing.
It's like when Brandon just draws a bunch of squiggles and like that's his drawing. That's progress than him eating the crowns. Like that's I take that. I take that as a win.
The blue crown tastes like blueberry.
Oh, it tastes like crown.
The red crown tastes like blueberry too. All the green tastes like blueberry.
I'm concerned about the quality of your blueberries.
Crown fit for a king.
Okay. All right. Well, Brandon, what do you got coming out today, buddy?
I don't fucking know.
Oh, we have to tell. Oh, wait. I'm not going to tell him because it's not my fault this time.
What?
I'm not going to tell him. You have to tell him because it's not my fault.
What's not your fault?
When are we going to see them next, Brandon?
Oh, probably Monday. But I think I got a free agency, biggest winners and losers free agency video that I wanted to do yesterday, but I didn't have it in me.
That's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine. Yeah, we're not gonna be here on Friday because Brandon's got to go do things.
No Friday, but maybe there's a Friday, and I'll tell you why.
Wait, you just told them no Friday.
No Friday, but maybe a Friday.
Okay, cool. I don't know what I'm putting out either. I have to do a Lions fan reaction video to the season. That's next on deck. We'll see. Things will probably come out. We'll see. But folks, we appreciate you. So maybe we'll see you on Friday now. I don't know. I don't know what's happening, but it's okay. It's all right. But folks, thank you so much for watching. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. This is GPS. And you have been navigated. Don't eat crayons. Don't.
The destination tastes like blueberries.
No, that's a
Tastes like
concussion.
blueberries.
That's a concussion, Brandon. You have a concussion.
Just doesn't want to end.
Do you
Doesn't want to end the broadcast.
We're gonna be here until Friday. That's
oh
right.
my gosh!
Wow, it really doesn't want to end. I was gonna
Does
say
not want to end.
Wow. All right. Well, this is the time. Well, I guess
Having
we're here
trouble
now.
connecting.